Dak Prescott is entering the final year of his once historic 4-year, $160 million contract. In that time, Prescott cemented himself as one of the top quarterbacks in this league. Since 2021, Prescott's 31-14, which would make him fourth in that stretch. However, wins are a team stat, and lucky for Dak, he has some superstar numbers to back that up as well. In that stretch, Prescott's completed 68.4% of his passes, which ranks second. 96 touchdown passes rank third. His 101.6 rate puts him first. He was the 2023 MVP runner-up. He has 2 NFC East Division titles and 1 second-team AP All-Pro. Those are just a few, but you see a glimpse of the resume. And I think that any smart team would give Prescott the bag after watching quarterbacks like Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence, Tua, and others get paid recently. But that isn't a jab at the guys that didn't get paid. The front offices believe that those teams can win with them at quarterback, and so of course they're going to pay what the market rate is to get those guys. We'll get back to the market later, but we do need to talk about the obvious, which are the playoffs. Since Prescott got paid, he's 1-3 in the postseason with a couple pretty average games, one terrible game, and a brilliant, perfect game. In the last 4 playoff games from Prescott, he has 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, a 63.5% completion percentage, a 54.3% success rate, and an 86.9 rate. Although those numbers aren't what the regular season is, he hasn't performed as bad as the casual fan says he has. Prescott last year was the victim of the Dan Quinn playoff defense, which has never been historically good. Is Prescott the same player in January as he is in the regular season? Well, no. But has he been bad in the postseason? Also, no. This goes without saying, but Prescott's coming off an absolutely insane 2023 season. I think he should have won MVP, but he could have easily won it if it wasn't for that game against the Bills and maybe that Dolphins game. After the 49ers game, Prescott was absolutely a different quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, slinging the ball after that game for the rest of the season. Prescott's turning 31, and for a pocket passing quarterback, it's really not old. I think he's still entering his prime, and he could have a better 2024 than his 2023. The downside of that is if Jerry waits and Dak Prescott has another year like he did 2023, it's just going to cost more money. The highest paid quarterback in the NFL seems to change every offseason, and it's going to continue to happen. When the NFL increases the salary cap, teams can pay their players more and more money, and then when you combine that with how important a position a quarterback is and how hard good quarterbacks are to find, it's not mentioned enough how lucky the Cowboys have gotten with their quarterback luck. Tony Romo was undrafted and fell into the lap back in 2003, and then he developed to a pretty damn good quarterback. Then, without even having to wait for their next star like they did after Aikman, the Cowboys drafted Dak Prescott. It's amazing, and I'm so glad it happened this way, but these fans don't realize how good they have it with Prescott at quarterback. If Prescott were on any of the other 31 teams, I can almost guarantee you he would have been extended by now. You never ever let your quarterback, star quarterback for that matter, enter a contract year. And this is the 3rd time that Jerry Jones has let this happen. They cost themselves a whole bunch of money back in 2021 by not getting this deal done in time. And they've made another colossal mistake. And now, Dak Prescott has all the leverage in the world. You either pay him what he wants now, which would probably be something around 4 years, $260, or you let him play the season and let that price of that contract rise up. The third option, let him test free agency and let someone like Oakland or Las Vegas throw him a $300 million contract. It's absolutely terrible management by one of the worst owners in sports. Lastly, the Cowboys have 0 quarterbacks under contract in 2025. Not even the most protected man in the league, Trey Lance, is on the roster next year. What makes that even worse is that this draft class coming up is one of the weaker ones in recent memory. Jerry has to get this deal done if he wants to stay competitive in not only the NFC but for the NFL. He needs to pay his franchise guy, and it needs to be done in the next few days. I do think that Prescott will get paid though. Whether that's false hope or not, I don't really know. My prediction is 4 years, $236 million, $59 million per year. I also think he gets a no-trade clause, a no-franchise tag, and $225 million guaranteed. It would make Prescott the highest-paid player ever. And in 4 years, the contract really probably wouldn't look that bad. Knowing Jerry, he will try and steal all the attention from the Chiefs and Ravens on Thursday with Dak's new contract, but who really knows? I'm always open to serious conversation in the comments, and I'm very active on social media, as you can go find me on X and Instagram under this same handle. If you've made it this far, thanks for listening to my rant, and I'll see you on the next one.